an oftentimes overlooked Lincoln cent variety coin, and one that is finally beginning to gain more attention from collectors in recent years, is the 2004 double-die reverse penny. It is a slight compound case of offset and tilted hub doubling, but more on that point later. This displays, for the most part at least, is additional thickness to most of the letters. The best place to notice this doubling offhand would likely be the letters of the motto of E Pluribus Unum. Specifically, the dots that separate the words are no longer round. Instead, they are almost oval or oblong in shape. To best demonstrate this, you can compare your suspected variety coin to a known regular issue example. When seen side by side, the difference becomes immediately apparent, and not only on the dots, but also the letters as well, where the upright portions are all simply way too girthy or thick. This can even be seen on the roundings of the S of pluribus, wherein even thickness is not maintained throughout the letter, but instead the curves become a lot more pronounced or bulbous. Also, you can look at how comparably thin the horizontal sections of the letters seem to be, especially on the E and the base of the letter L when compared to a normal coin. The effect of this medium spread and additional thickness can then also be seen on the letters of United States of America. Where it is most pronounced are the letters nearer to the top of the coin, such as those of states. The straight bar of both letters T is a good place to see this effect, with the other letters also doubled in a similar manner to those that we have looked at before, with the E and the second S again being prime examples. In fact, on the tail of the second S of states is probably the best place that you can see evidence of the offset hub doubling part of this coin. Here you can spot the notching in the top of the serif of the tail. Now, to be completely fair, the die state of the coin does affect this particular aspect. In extremely early die state examples, you can even see separation lines here. But in anything with even a mid or later die state, this aspect becomes a little washed out or even disappears altogether. I'm mentioning it only as it is an interesting aspect that you can use to pin down the die state of the coin rather than as a hard and fast diagnostic for the variety itself. And while on the topic of the die state, I suppose I should also mention that in a mid die state and onwards, a slight, and I do mean slight, die crack does appear on the portico of the memorial building, just above columns 3 and 4, running diagonally across. Further die cracks are also to be found on the top of columns 1 and to the left side of column 2. Although I have to stress that these latter points are strictly to be used as secondary or confirmatory diagnostic points, rather than primary points of interest within themselves. In 2021, a coin like this, graded by PCGS as MS65 Red, was sold at auction for $360. Subscribe to WNN, and if you like this, then consider watching the top 10 pennies that you can search for in Pocket Change next. For the World Numismatic News, I am Numisman saying thank you for watching, keep collecting, and have a fantastic day.